Okay, are you ready? Let's start with number one, please. Who does number one? Number one? What happened? No one? No one, please tell. So, do you understand activities and Theravada traditions?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I think
Just Google.
I told you that.
No.
I think I told you guys the difference. Remember the different goal between Theravada and Mahayana? Remember? I told you what's the difference?
Buddha.
Mahayana is like the becoming a Vajrayana, coming back and teaching, right? And then Theravada is like reaching enlightenment.
Yes.
Five.
It's
like you're Googling it.
I'll give you some aspect. Who've been in Thailand before? Are you in Thailand? You see the monk walking on the street?
Oh yeah, we have those in America.
In Burma too, right? And they accept everything, meat, fish, and so forth, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, you offer them?
Yeah. In the morning. Yeah.
Not at noon times?
Before noon.
How about the other Vietnamese friends here? Have you ever offered meat to the monks none before?
No.
Meat?
Oh, she does.
No.
I say, well, I say for them, why?
They eat meat. They
You don't
do.
understand why?
Because different.
That's why I want
Different
to
school.
tell
They
you.
eat meat.
They're different school.
So don't be surprised. So don't be surprised, okay? Okay, so let me see here. You see the goal, right? The goal of the Rama. Sorry, that's
Become a Buddha.
okay. You know, remember the goal? No, that's okay.
I'll go back.
Okay, remember the goal
Become
of the monk is to become
Buddha.
what?
Buddha.
What?
Buddha.
No, girl.
No.
The Radha monk. Remember, you have to know this one. This is the basic one. When people enlightenment become what? Arhat.
I don't know, man. I haven't been paying attention.
Arhat, get out the birth cycle, right? Remember that. Okay? And the goal of the Mahayana is to become what?
Achieve nirvana.
Enlightenment, or the ultimate goal is Buddha. Or Buddhahood. Okay? Okay, so please remember these two things different. Okay? The goal and that's why it takes a lot of time to become Buddha. This is get out the birth cycle. Okay. And now let's talk about the next one is remember we talk about the worshiping. Worship. Okay. Remember both worship Shakyamuni Buddha. Okay, the historical Buddha. And Maitreya. Remember last time we talked about Maitreya Buddha? Okay, both types. Okay, but in Mahayana traditions, we have celestial Bodhisattva, like Wangam, like Avalokitesvara, and so forth. That's a different. Okay, so please remember this. I will provide you the chapter. This is the basic one. Historical Buddha.
Which one is it?
Huh?
Which Buddha?
Shakyamuni Buddha.
I thought that was
Both worship or follow. You can say follow is better. Follow is better. Okay. Historic, Shakyamuni Buddha plus Maitreya. And plus celestial Bodhisattva. Celestial Bodhisattva and celestial Buddhas too, past, present, future. Okay, and in Theravada tradition, yes, they believe in 28. Remember, 28 past Buddha, and next one is the Maitreya. Remember that. That's a different. Now let's talk about eating style, right? So for the Theravada monks, let's see, what do you call? Lifestyle, huh?
Diet?
Huh?
Diet?
Oh, diet, yeah, that's right. Okay, they can eat meat. They can consume meat, but no meat. What's the difference? Why is that? Why, Julie? You don't know? Why so?
I heard that as long as they did not kill the meat directly themselves, it's still technically acceptable to accept as a donation.
Yes?
And also, like, if it wasn't killed for them.
What else? One more condition.
compassionately killed. Intention.
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay.
Well,
One
you're
more
still killing.
condition.
What would you-
Talk. They
I'm
die
gonna rap.
instead of being killed.
Like, fuck.
You don't see,
Oh,
you don't hear,
Okay.
and you don't have people
Oh.
to kill. Make sense? All right.
But they still do it, and you're still benefiting from it, and you're still promoting it, and you're still.
Actually, Sally, right? Have you offered any meat to the monks and nuns before?
To the monks and nuns? No.
Why? Why not?
Huh?
She does. Yeah. Can you explain her why?
I don't know.
You don't know why?
I just been vegetarian.
Huh?
Better safe than sorry.
Actually, especially at Mahayana temple, keeping meat at the temple is like a crimes.
It's what?
A crime.
Crime?
If the monks and nuns eat beef, chicken, and so forth, that's considered a crime too.
do you eat shrimp?
Huh?
Do you eat shrimp?
Sorry, sir. No.
Sorry.
No seafood.
We
No
can't-
lobster.
Nothing with face.
No, nothing with little beans.
Oh, yeah.
But the Radha monks, they enjoy everything, right?
Everything. They eat everything. They even eat beef.
Yeah. So, and look at this chart. You see, that's why. You understand why? Why they have this type of different lifestyle, different diet? Why? You know why?
Because one is harder to achieve.
Huh?
Because one is harder to like achieve or something.
Mm-hmm. One is what?
Higher level of achievement.
One is what? Being arhat. You just practice to get out the birth cycle. That's all. But here, in order to become a Buddha, so you have to practice what for Bodhisattva path. You have to have compassion in mind toward sentient beings. Make sense?
Yes.
So that's why we cannot consume any kind of sentient beings. And last time we talked about the eggs too, right? We can consume, but the lay people, people they can consume. That's fine. Okay, so there's some aspects, some different aspects between these two traditions, and that's why it's in the Buddhist lifetime activities of Theravada's monks. Yes, in Burma, can you tell them? Every morning they walk to the street, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell them? You have the experience everything.
They just walk on the street.
What do
With
you
like
do?
they hold like this circular box thing, and you just put food in there.
Not circular. That's circular. That's the bowl. We call the bowl. Yes.
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's like black and
It's sometimes brownish, sometimes black,
I don't
like
know
a
what
bowl,
it's
right?
called.
It's right here.
What?
Begging bowl. We call it the begging bowl.
The begging bowl?
Yeah, we call begging bowl. Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually, I will. Here, this one is. You see that? Is that right?
Yeah, that's the line. Yeah.
Every morning, what times? 6 o'clock.
6, 5 or 6. Yeah.
5, 6. And you know why? Why they go out to beg for more?
Yeah.
You don't know?
I don't know. Is there a reason for them to? Oh, so that people can have people can donate and have good merit.
Yeah, that's the idea. The idea is, have you seen them cooking food at the temple?
No.
No, that's different.
Oh.
So they don't cook food. They don't cook food at the temple, but we do.
Oh.
See the difference now?
Mm.
So don't be surprised. Okay.
Okay.
That's why every morning they go out to beg for food to sustain the body and to meditation. All right, that's just their lifestyle, and they spend the rest of the day to do meditation, to do the prayer too. But for us, we don't go out. And even in China, in Vietnam, who been in Vietnam before? You seen some monks and nuns they work on the field, right? But in Theravada tradition they don't. That's the difference. You know why? You know why, lady?
What's the question?
Mahayana monks and nuns they work on the field, especially in the rural area. In Vietnam, China, and so forth, they work in the field. Yes, why?
Oh,
Yes,
I was just asking, do the nuns wear pink robes?
Yeah.
pink robe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this
Pink,
is.
pink.
But they not they function as a nun.
I always.
What?
Does it?
Yeah, they have
The colors change everywhere, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
they
the-
accept only 10%, right? Only 10%. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, for Mahayana monks and nuns, they can work on the field. They can plant the trees and so forth. They do the planting.
I've
But-
never seen a monk do that.
But for the Theravada monks, they can't because they concentrate on do practice and meditation. For us, we need to do the work. Sometimes we need to do the work too. Okay. And beside do the meditation, do the chanting. Do they do the chanting?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And they go to the village to give the teaching for the common people.
Yes.
The house to house.
Yeah. If they invite.
They invite. They have to come to the whole group, right? Not one. All right. So that's the idea for this.
Sorry.
So, Sally, have you seen any monk come to your restaurant?
No.
No. What happened if I go there? You kick me out?
No. I mean, a monk can come in, but there wouldn't be much for a Mahayana monk to eat.
Oh, really? Actually,
There's about 5 items on the menu.
I see the salad.
No, not the salad.
No salad. The soup. The
No,
rice.
not the
No,
soup.
not the soup.
Not the soup, chicken broth. You can have the salad without meat. You can have a enchilada with 1 or
Cheese.
2 sauces, queso sauce or diablo sauce, or you can have vegetable fajitas.
Name more, huh? Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
or black beans, no regular rice and beans. You can only have black beans and
What's in
cilantro.
the enchilada?
Huh?
What's in
You
the?
can have a cheese enchilada or a veggie
Okay.
enchilada.
Okay, there you go.
With diablo sauce, which is kind of like a marinara sauce, or queso sauce, which is
Who live in the dorm here?
Huh?
Who you live in the dorm? Do they have veggie dishes for you guys?
Oh, really?
It's good.
They do.
Huh?
They have always
Most of the
have.
time,
Yeah, veg. That's your own kitchen. Oh wow, you for yourself. Okay, anyway. Okay, let's just move on then. Number 3. Who does number 3? Yes, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So Hotai was a monk from the Sing dynasty in China, and he is what we in America think of as the image of the Buddha, in that he's the happy, fat, joyful guy. And I think the reason is because he's the patron of restaurants and bars, so maybe that's why in the West we like see his image a lot. But his real life consisted of lots of Zen Buddhism, and he's pictured in the doing zazen. And he had a cloth bag, which his name refers to, that he could give an endless supply of gifts to children out of, like Santa Claus. And he's the human incarnation of Maitreya, who's the Bodhisattva that's the future Buddha.
Anything to add? You are number 3? What you want to add more?
Like in a lot of like Chinese restaurants in my country, they put like the statue, like a big statue in front so that people will eat more and they'll.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, anything to add, Sam?
The uncle just believe if you rub his belly, he gives you good luck.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, like,
the
Yeah,
happy Buddha.
that's gonna give you the good luck.
yeah. Actually, I had my own temple in Indiana. I told you guys, right? And most of the local young people, whenever they come to temple, they ask for this one.
They always think that that's the Buddha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Common misconception.
A lot of people still
There
do.
is conception there.
Yeah.
Yes,
A
sir.
lot of people
Well,
still
at the Vietnamese restaurant I go to, Saigon in Midtown, they have the fat one, and when you have to go in, you're supposed to put money on it
Really?
for good
How
luck.
much?
Yeah. Oh,
$1
it's always change.
Huh?
Just some
What did it change?
2 change.
Like
always.
Change.
Okay, anyway, so you heard the story that season 4, right? Okay, besides us, actually one day he met a monk, and that monk asked him, can you explain for me the meaning of Buddhism? You see that he carried the bags, right? He dropped out the bags. When the monk asked him the meaning of the meaning of Buddhism, so he didn't say anything, just dropped the bag down. And for a while, that monk said, "That's all." He picked up the bag and walked away.
You didn't get it.
to let go of all the burden.
You know that.
Oh, I don't know that, but
Okay. You understand that? So the first question the monk asked him, what's the meaning of Buddhism? So he dropped the bag down. What's mean? What's mean?
Detachment.
Yes. Drop down your
Burden.
attachment.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
And what happened? Yeah, that's good. You're too smart. And the second question he asked, is that so? He pick up the bag and walk and move on. What's the meaning?
Wait, who picked up the bag?
The monk. Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
First question, you drop down. The second question, he pick up and walk away. What's the meaning? What's the meaning for the second response? Action, I mean, that is
to attach to it.
Yeah, what's the meaning? When he pick up the bags and walk and move on.
Because he didn't understand how big it meant to. I don't know.
What was the second question?
I don't know.
The second question.
Is that
He
so?
said, "Is that it?"
Is that it?
Is that it?
Oh.
So he pick up the bag and move on.
Because the
What's the
guy,
meaning?
the guy didn't understand that what it meant was to leave all of your worries and like stress.
Not really.
Okay, well,
You have to
I'll
understand
understand.
the profound meaning of this act. Who understand that? You can understand that?
Is it like you carry on some like
Here.
you just have to move on with?
Here's the difference between Mahayana and Theravada tradition. The person, right, drop down active, right? It detached of everything,
And if you practice,
so that you can get out of the birth cycle, right? And the monk asked the second question, is that so? He picked up the bags and move on. That means he practiced Bodhisattva path. Carry on the responsibility to enter this samsara realm to have sentient beings. That's the difference. See that now? Understand that? That is the way of Bodhisattva. You engage, you step in, you head out.
But he didn't help. He walked away.
No, but he picked up the bag.
He picked up the bag and walked.
That
That
bag
means
is
he carry the bag as his reference, the responsibility. Understand that? Understand that?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to mention before I move on. In Buddhism, especially for Bodhisattva and Arhat or whoever, if they manifest themselves, they would not show up. I'm Buddha, I'm Arhat and so forth. Before he passed away, he said, yes, I am a manifestation of my true Buddhism. But after that, he passed away. When he's still alive, he didn't brag himself, oh, I'm Bodhisattva. You know why? Because they don't want to advertise themselves. So whoever is still attached to the ego, still have this. Yes, so.
So basically, Buddha was God, but you would never hear him say that.
Yes.
What is God?
Until they finish their job.
It's like he's just the highest of the high, but you'll never hear him say that because that's ego.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was another thing I read, that like also his form is unexpected. Like he's a short, fat, old guy. He's also an enlightened being.
And during our New Year celebration, the Lunar New Year, that's his birthday. So remember that. Okay, I just tell you, Vietnamese Lunar Year's New Year, so it's his birthday, the first day of the New Year. Okay, let's move on. On the next one. Who does number 4, please? Describe. Who knows number 4? Yes, please. One about him.
So this is about Arga Mahalo.
What's about him?
He was born September 17, 1864 at Colombo, Ceylon, which is like, in the past, it was called Ceylon, but now it's Sri Lanka.
You know where Sri Lanka?
Just south of India.
Where?
It's the
South.
island.
Where?
I don't know where it is.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Remember, it's
You
an
know where Sri
island.
Lanka is?
It's the island.
There's an
The
island.
island, little island in South India. You don't know that? Oh,
A lot of people don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're on
You
the
born
other side of
there?
the world. People don't pay attention. They're lost.
Oh, so you better know the whole map, right? Okay, go ahead. Yes, what happened?
Oh, read it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to go on Reddit in class.
During that time, it was like a British colony, so
he was educated. His education was an English one. He went to 4 colleges. His parents were rich merchants. And, his name, Anagarika, that means homeless one, and Dharmapala means protector of the Dharma.
Okay, let me stop you. See that little dot there? Let's see that now. Okay?
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
He was a revivalist of Buddhism in India because Buddhism in India was virtually extinct for several centuries. He practiced non-violent Sinhalese Buddhist nationalism, which is the political ideology which combines focus upon their culture and ethnicity with emphasis on Theravada Buddhism. He was the first monk to preach the Dharma in Europe, Asia, and North America. In his culture his people, they would follow the 8 precepts, but only during the observance days. And he was the first to follow the 8 precepts for his whole life, because it was really uncommon for this Ceylonese people. In 1933, in Sarnath, India, he was ordained a bhikkhu, and he died later that year. And what he was, because they called him the protector of the Dharma, because he was the one that was to revive the practice of Buddhism in India. And Anagarika, it was the homeless one because he wasn't fully a monk and he wasn't fully a layperson, so that was the midway status in between those two.
And what's significant about him? Who does number? You, Judy too? You, what's significant about him?
He brought Buddhism to like London and stuff. And
yes.
I guess he traveled to the temple in India where the Gautama Buddha was said to have attained enlightenment, but it was under the control of a Hindu priest, and so he fought really hard to get it. And Buddhists weren't allowed to practice their religion there. They were barred, I guess, from that spot, even though it was a Buddhist, of historical significance to Buddhists. So he fought really hard to get that back into the hands of the Buddhists.
Yeah. Actually, because of his effort, right now, this what we call Mahabodhi temple, that's the place where Buddha attained enlightenment. People, the Buddhist people, million Buddhist people could go there to do the worship of prayer, do the prayer over there. Because remember from late 12th century up to late 19th century, Buddhism almost extinct in India, and this place, all the Buddhist holy places were occupied or controlled by the Hindu people. And so when he went there, to the place where the Buddha attained enlightenment, that was controlled by Hindu people. So that's why they say that he fought hard to get back to the hand of the Buddhist people. But now, the Hindu people, they worship Buddha as one of their gods. Yeah. And but now at this temple, the committee is done by 4 of them. 2 Buddhists and 2 Hindu monks. So that's why that right now is become flourished. But before is in ruin and people could not know much, but because of it. Okay. All right. That's number 6 then. Who is number 6? Yes. Yes.
That's okay.
Oh, number 5, sorry. Yeah, number 5, sorry. Yeah. The last Buddhist monk, Buddhist nun. You met some of them before?
Me?
Yeah.
Monks?
No, nuns.
Oh, nuns? I did.
You did?
I'm not sure how to identify nuns. I've seen people with, they're wearing their robe, but
You don't talk to them?
the temple by my house is all nuns.
Oh, really? You talk with them? Some of you talk with them before? You see them, you meet them every week? Okay. Yeah, go ahead, the lady. What's about them? No, you. It's you number 5, right?
No, we're not.
Oh, okay, go ahead, please. Sorry. Go ahead. What's about them?
The Buddhist nuns are. Bhikkhuni is a fully ordained female Buddhism and lived by the Mahayana or Buddhist. Yeah, you can read it, but they want
Now, so
Yeah, go ahead.
Buddhist nuns have been, throughout time, there's been fewer and fewer of them. In the 11th or 13th centuries, they're like nuns in Thailand just completely disappeared.
You know why?
It had to do with like wars, and there were fewer nuns being ordained, and they're the only ones who are able to further ordain other nuns. And so there's actually laws against monks being able to, take women who are renunciates and make them into full-fledged nuns. And there was a meeting in like 2007 with a lot of Southeast Asian countries where they, wanted to talk about making nuns a thing again. But for the longest time, there were very few.
But you know why? Why in Mahayana tradition we have plenty. Who been in Taiwan before? Taiwan? In China? No? He's been in China. You seen monks and nuns over there? Okay. But now, what's different? You know why? Why the nuns lineage in Theravada traditions are more extinct for 1,000 years?
Or more what?
The nun lineage in Theravada traditions has been extinct for more than 1,000 years. You know why?
Is it because it takes 10 to make a new one?
No, why? But why? But we still have the nun lineage in the Mahayana tradition has been continued for since the past.
Is it because
why?
Is it because they look down upon them? Like I was reading,
Not really. For the Theravada monks, they're supposed to go out to beg for food. Remember, right? They couldn't cook at the temple. So do the nuns. So in the past, especially the lady, when they went out to beg for food, is danger for them. Understand that? And that's why they, of course, there's many factors, but probably one of the important factors that stop them, that stop that lineage.
Well, and it's really like a self-fulfilling kind of prophecy because, culturally, people who want to become nuns or renunciates, they're treated like lower class citizens. They might, like an upper level nun, will still have to sit behind the very lowest level monk because of her gender, because she's still seen as a lower person, even though she has the ability to reach the same level of spirituality and nirvana. And just people, it keeps getting perpetuated because it's been tradition, and so that harbors more availability for these dangerous activities, I guess.
Yeah. But in Mahayana traditions, like here in Houston, we have many nunnery temples. The one that you go there, right? And the other temple is just big. And so, yes, when they separate, they have equal rights. They could do the ceremony, they could do the teaching, they could do anything that monk could do. So that's different from Catholic nuns. Okay. Or anything, please go ahead. We need to ask about their lifestyle.
They're vegetarian.
No, Not in Theravada tradition.
Not the. I'm not talking about the Mahayana.
Oh.
No.
They're not allowed to live in the same
And they shave their heads.
monastery as men, right?
Yeah, but it's probably different quarters.
So separate.
Yeah, my master temple will have big temple with big facilities. We have many facilities, so we live separate quarters. Yeah. Anything would you like to ask? No? Oh my God.
I got kind of off on that tangent. I really enjoyed looking at that.
Huh? Why is that?
I got off on the whole history of nunning tangent, and I didn't. Sorry, I didn't look at the
All right, that's okay. Now, number 6 then. Who does number 6? Yes. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Well, I'm talking about Buddhism, and he was born in the 19th century. He was known to be very literate, like highly literate, and then I guess what's significant about him was that he brought back the Vipassana meditation, which was, I think, disappeared over for a while. Like he brought it back, and I think Vipassana meditation focused on a certain way of breathing, and then also the true nature of reality. And then what he did also was he was against the killing of cattle for beef, so he didn't eat meat, I guess. And so he led boycotts against that, even though there were a lot of people that ate meat around that time. And then I think he wrote a letter about that, and so along with fighting against cattle killing, he traveled around Myanmar and wrote books in, I think, different languages such as Pali and Burmese. And then he, while also doing that, he was teaching the meditation and also scriptures, I guess.
Yeah, before we get back to him, remember we talked about Vipassana, the meaning of Vipassana before? What's the meaning? Remember?
It's the practice of meditation.
For practice meditation. What is mean by Vipassana? What's mean by Samatha? Yeah.
Vipassana is like you don't
Yeah,
talk.
this the basic terms you need to remember and recognize. Sally, you know this term?
I know that there's some Vipassana places that you go for, like, it'll be like 10 days and you don't talk.
What is it in Vietnamese?
Thiền minh sát. Okay, so what's the difference? Who knows? What's the difference? You need to recognize.
I've heard before.
That's called. Remember we talked about the eightfold paths. This is called mindfulness practice. Please remember this, okay? Mindfulness practice. And this one is concentration. So please remember, it's called samatha. So that's those two different traditions, two different practices of meditation. We call meditation the two different practices. Right?
Is it the labeling of emotions?
No. Remember we talked about concentration, remember? You focus on one object. The mindfulness is whenever your mind moving, you recognize that, you focus on that object. Okay? So that's mounted famous in the Vipassanas mean mindfulness. Can you help her? Can you tell her about Desmond? You know her, right? You read some of his book?
No.
You read some?
I know that he's famous.
That's all?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh, really? In Burma too?
Mm.
Oh, okay. Because he wrote some books.
He wrote, books.
Yeah, books. Okay, so he's one of the famous and Vipassana monks that influence many people later on. And the one that you just told me, right, the lady, the 10 days, that was established by one of his followers. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the next one. Okay, number 7, please. Who is number 7? Number 7? No one? Oh. No one does number 7? Okay, I think I told you guys this monk before, right? He's the Tibetan monk, and he followed, remember Marpa? Remember that? Marpa, the translator, the Tibetan translator, remember that? And when he would, before his father passed away, his father entrusted all the properties to his uncles and aunts, so that when he grew up, I mean that the grew up, they would give back the properties to him. But when he's in the teen age, they kicked him and his mom out of the house. That's why they have so much hatred toward them. And his mom encouraged him to study black magic. You know black magic? You guys test out before? You have black. You know about black magic? Sometimes you know about that. Someone may put a spell on you.
In Mexican tradition, we have rituals, so it's like if someone has something that you like oh, I like their purse, and you look at them with an envious eye, it's like kind of like black magic, so you put like a spell on them, and it's I don't know how to.
I read some articles. I forgot.
It's just the intention of how you look at someone or something, and how I don't know.
I read some articles just about, I don't know which country, they have some special fruit that if you eat, especially in South America, if you eat that fruit, you will be in the spell of that people. I don't know whether, I don't know country. Somewhere in Colombia, or I don't know. You don't know, but that who came from South America. You don't know that?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Which one?
It's like the seed of a flower that you grind up and you blow it in your nose. Is that it? I think it's more common in Africa.
Africa?
Maybe.
Okay, anyway. So somehow, yes, his mom encouraged him to study black magic, and what happened? He could write the hailstorm. Do we have hailstorm here?
Hail?
Damage the heart. And this is cool, and he uses black magic to create hailstorm to kill more than 30 people, and he read that. And later on, he became a Buddhist monk, and he started with this translator. And know what? So this translator, Marpa, he tests out many times. He told him to go out to build the stupa. You know the stupa, right? Each time he finished, Marpa said destroy it. And he made him to do many times until he so tired that he almost run away. But Marpa's wife got him back, and later on, Marpa transmit the teaching, the secret teaching to you. So that's the way, in Buddhism, especially in the past, the master always tests the student. Yes?
How much bad luck is it if you walk the wrong way around the stupa?
No, it's not bad luck.
Can't believe it.
It's better to go to clockwise. You know why? It's better to go to clockwise. You know why? This is common sense.
I don't know what to do with common sense. I was going either way it was closest. I mean, someone can like you have to walk.
You mentioned about like a sassy monk.
Yeah, and actually, he later on he practiced secret of the master. He could fly too.
He could fly? Hello.
Yeah, that's cool. That's why, and he wrote many poems and songs that's so famous. If you talk with any Tibetan monks or Tibetan people, they would recognize him. He's so famous in their religions. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Number 8, please. Who does number 8? Yes. What's the moral guideline for the Buddhists?
The moral guidelines for lay Buddhists is pretty straightforward. They follow the 5 precepts.
What are the 5?
There is no stealing, abstaining from sex, abstaining from alcohol, which
Just stealing.
lying, and no lying.
That's all? Yes? You do the same?
Please stretch it.
What is
I'll stretch them.
Oh, you stretch it. Alright, so the 5 precepts again. Let me see here. The first one is no killing, right? It's common sense, right? It's common sense to have conditions.
Kind of.
Why? What kind of?
Because I just don't understand how you're not supposed to kill ants and mosquitoes.
You don't understand why?
I mean, I do understand. It's so hard. How are you not going to kill ants and mosquitoes?
It's just not as
Yeah, what about the
much
Mahayana?
Huh?
They say it's like intention, so as long as you don't intend it.
Yeah, no intention.
Going around in the grass.
So, when a mosquito bites, then I intend to kill the cycle.
So some of you still do the fishing. You should do this, so you pay karma by yourself later, okay?
You're so mean.
No, that's common.
I mean, I guess.
I think I know, but they eat meat and they're killing. I mean, yeah, they're not killing it or hearing them being killed.
That's why Mahayana tradition, we encourage people not to kill. Okay,
I think it's
student.
It's okay.
Now,
You're okay with it. It's not going to affect you the way they think that it's going to affect you. The karma can come.
okay, so the first is the no such misconduct, right? The 4,
I'm so tired.
no lying. What do you think about what is in Washington State, right? Washington and Colorado, they passed the law for people to
Legalize recreation marijuana.
marijuana, right? What do you think?
I think it's necessary. I think that the people in marijuana.
Really?
Yeah.
You got tried before?
No, I don't think anyone's going to say.
Don't laugh. Bro.
What do you think about it being
Thank God.
What do you say?
What do you think about it being
Sorry.
We're right next to the camera.
Sorry. Yeah, please repeat the question.
What do you think about it being core medicine?
What?
Like medicine.
Medicine?
Because it can be, there's studies that say it's helpful, that there's medical benefits to it.
Let's say if it's so painful, they can use bad medicine. They can use a good job.
Yeah, and it does a bunch of different things for pain. I don't know.
Yeah. What do you think?
You just gave us some bad karma.
Would you rather consume a plant or a man-made pill?
Can you hear her question?
What was the question?
Can you hear her question? Can you speak up again, please? Go ahead.
Well, for example, one of the things that people use marijuana for is just like pain relief. And people are always saying, well, you could just take pain relief medicine, but would you rather consume a plant or a man-made compressed chemical?
It's my own business.
So what do you think, Petra? So what do you think?
I mean,
We'll talk about it after
I
I take a
don't
break.
think man-made chemicals are considered, like, all chemicals have been synthesized in you know, the nucleus of a star or something. Like, everything that exists is technically natural, even if you make it. So whether it's ammonia that's in my plant or it's ammonia that's made in a laboratory, I think it's still the same.
I think it's about.
Yes.
I think it just depends on how you look at it. Because marijuana's been found to help with everything from Alzheimer's, glaucoma, diabetes, epilepsy, schizophrenia, and we even have.
It's also led to some downfalls of things.
But we also have a cannabinoid system in our body, you know, just like circulatory system, autonomic system, cannabinoid system.
Yes.
Personally, I think it's a lot more beneficial if we use hemp as not like marijuana, to, like the drug, but as gas, paper, fuel, everything. Like if you look at all of the benefits that you can, like how much you can use hemp, it should be running the world. Like I don't know what the hell we're doing with oil and stupid stuff.
So again,
that's just my.
Yeah, again, this depends upon your mind, your wisdom, right? And even the last one, the Buddha doesn't encourage or allow, especially monks, not to drink alcohol, but in some special occasions, some exceptions.
Yeah, I saw monks smoking cigarettes also and drinking like down like right outside the monastery.
Really? Right out in the
But I think that I don't know, they weren't too nice. Like there was a bunch of really nice monks, but the people running the place, I feel like they were like power. They were on a power trip. They had money. It was weird.
Okay.
Just give me money. Woman.
So in Nepal, the monk did eat meat or no?
Not in that monastery.
Okay, anyway, so in some special occasions, some exception, especially for the treatment for physical needs. Let's say there's some precepts, some monastic rules. Let's say if we go to certain places that we don't have anything except alcohol for our treatment, we can accept that. But if we have all the choices, it's better not to take. It's common sense again, right?
Moderation.
Yeah, moderation too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. We have number 9. Number 9, please. Number 9. Yeah. Go ahead. Tell them, please.
It's exactly like number 8, where it describes the 5 precepts.
The 5 precepts.
Right?
Actually, this is some rules. I did wedding ceremony for many people, for American, for Vietnamese, for Chinese, and so forth. There's some rules or some moral guidelines for the husband and the wife to live together, and so forth. For the parents and the children, how to take care of each other, and so forth. This is moral obligation, moral rules, guidelines for the common lay people. We talk about it later on. This okay. Okay, the next one, cool. Number 10. Number 10. Yes, sir.
The support between the lay and monastic Buddhist communities is like the two halves sort of provide for each other when the other can't really provide for itself. Like the lay community will donate food, robes, medicine, supplies. If you're wealthy, you could donate cash to get a temple building built, stuff that monks can't exactly walk around with a credit card, and sort of in return, the spiritual community, the monastery provides blessings. They do ceremonies, weddings, funerals. The monastery is always open to any lay person in need. If you need to go take refuge from the toll of a mundane daily life or something. And if like the monastery is in a city, it might be a homeless shelter or a community center, and stuff like that.
It's common sense again, right? And then under the registration, right? The priest, the pastor, the monk provide the spiritual advice and support, right? And in return, the lay people support in the money, and donation, and so forth. Yeah. Yes.
So is it true that in like a lot of the monasteries, do they just take in a bunch of kids that whose families can't really support the kids because they give them a place to learn, eat?
Yeah, that's why, especially in the poor country, even in Vietnam, there's many orphanage, there's many temples that they have the facility to the orphanage to have the unwanted child, unwanted children to raise them. But here we often, we say that the temple door is always open, whether you want to come or not, that's your choice. And even me, I'm on call all the times. Other times, let's say if one of my members passes away, I have to fly wherever, India, wherever. That's my obligation. Yeah, and of course, in return, wherever they live, whichever thing they like, they could offer the the money, or even they donate the statue and so forth. And we will show you this statue that at my temple. That's donated by people in California.
Oh, okay. Been looking up.
Here, this you see that this is my temple in the snow. Who been in the north? Okay, you came from the north. You see the snow there. You see, you couldn't see much, right? You see, all the statues there were donated by people in California. All right, so next one. You're not. Okay, the last one, number 11. Yes.
Well, mostly the lay people, they followed the 5 precepts and the Eightfold Path. But they weren't really expected to meditate or anything because that was really left up to the monks. So for religious activities, they would go to the temple for rituals. They were told to seek refuge in the Dharma and the Buddha in the Sangha. And they would have prayer wheels and do mantras. And that was about all you find out.
Julie, can you tell them what you do at the nun temple, nunnery temple?
Well, the place I go to is more like, think of it more as a master and student type of relationship, where the master, she takes all of her teachings and like research and findings and puts it into like some sort of like curriculum almost, to where it's easy to interpret the teachings of the Buddha in a way where you can apply it to this kind of modern world.
They speak Vietnamese or English?
Both.
Most of the time they speak Vietnamese?
Depending on who you're teaching, like the Vietnamese group or the English group.
Okay, one thing before you will go, let me tell you one more question. Can you tell your experience at the temple?
Hello.
Okay, can you tell them, when you were in Burma, right? You went to the temple almost every day or once per week or what?
Temple?
Buddhist temple?
Sometimes. Only if there's like they have like it's like a festival and then
Okay. So basically in Theravada traditions, most of the time the Buddhist people go to the temple to give the offerings, offer the offerings, that's all, right?
That's all.
To do the blessing.
Yeah.
But in Mahayana traditions it's different. The Buddhists go to the temple to do prayer, to do meditation, especially to do the Buddha name translation and so forth. Okay, all right. So please, if you you know your rate, you know your rate for your score for your reading response, right?
For what?
The score of your reading response.